So, in this video, we are going to discuss SCMPE third chapter, Lean System and Innovation. In this Lean System and Innovation, we have all these 9 topics. We do not have any subtopics here, except in just in time. We have 2 3 concepts like backflush accounting and manufacturing cells, carbon card, Kanban card. So all these topics we will be discussing in this chapter. Coming to the first topic, lean system. First we should understand what is meant by it. Then only we can understand the next process. So it is a technique to reduce the waste. So waste is nothing but anything, no, any non-value added activity which is not required to complete the process is called waste. In order to reduce that, we follow lean system. So waste can be overproduction, inventory, waiting, motion, transportation, rework, and overprocessing. See, how can overproduction or overprocessing be become a waste? Because we are doing 6 steps to complete a product and sell that, but we can also sell it at step 5. It doesn't matter for any customer whether they are doing this step or not. When this is not any non value adding activity. So when it is not adding any activity, why we need to waste some production time by doing this? So we can give the same product at step 5 only with lower selling price, and we can earn profit, no? So this step is called overproduction. And over processing is also maybe that process might not add value to the final output, so it is also be considered as a waste. And when coming to the inventory, why inventory will be treated as waste? Sometimes we might have purchased bulk raw material which might be outdated or which might have expired, so which might have damage due to long stay in our godowns. So all this will become a waste for us, no? So in waiting time, see, after nowadays we are following just in time production, but if we want to check the quality of material after coming into the production line, it is a waste of time. We can do it in the supplier itself. So waiting is also waste, because customer will be waiting for the product. If we keep on checking the product now, it will be delayed, and customer may choose another product or another customer, another supplier. So it will also affect the uh, profit of a company. So when coming to the motion and transportation, both are unnecessary movement, but motion is regarding the unnecessary movement of people and equipment. Transportation is regarding to the unnecessary movement of products. Okay. So, and rework is doing the work again. First output is not the best one, so we have to work it on again, or we have to scrap off, so it will be a waste for us. So all these waste we need to reduce. So what will be the characteristics of lean system? Means what we will achieve in lean system, as we have these drawbacks, overcoming it will be a characteristics in the lean system. Means we have inventory as a waste here, so we will try to reduce the inventory to 0. We have waiting time as a waste here, so we will try to reduce the waiting time to 0. In the same way, pull processing means uh, doing that such process only if it is required. Continuous flow of production without any breaks, without any waiting time, and continuously finding the ways to reduce the process time. All this will become the characteristics of lean system. So what we should do in order to reduce such waste, there are some techniques like just in time. This will reduce the inventory, kaizen costing, 5s, TPM, cellular manufacturing, and Six Sigma. All this will help us to reduce the waste. So when coming to the just in time, it is nothing but just being on time, where in production, in purchasing. Means producing the goods only if it is required for next stage or next customer, purchasing the goods only if it is required for production. Okay, there are two types of, these are two types of just in time. So what will be the benefit by doing this? We can reduce the work in progress products. See, the inventory, storing the inventory is a waste for us. So we can reduce that by producing only when required and purchasing only when produced. Next, defects product, because if a product has to go through A, B, and C three machines, and it has in just in time, person will keep the output of A in machine B, and he will check whether it is uh, quality product or not at that spot only. So the waste will be reduced, and it will reduce the scrap cost also. Unnecessarily purchasing more inventory and damaging it in our godowns, and producing more products and storing and damaging in the godowns will create a lot of scrap. That cost will be reduced. So the main theme is responding to the demand. Okay, this is the main theme of just in time. And in just in time, we need the following requirement. In just in time, we have to receive the raw material on exact date or time whenever they are needed. So we should have a proper supplier who will supply the product, quality products on time, who is much reliable. We should ensure that supplier is reliable, and we should ensure that they send the raw material to production floor directly for production or manufacturing, not just leaving at the our gate. And so that we will not have any wastage of time for inspection of raw material. Here in just in time, we will select the suppliers which will give quality products. So don't we do inspection here? We will do at supplier place only. Before ordering any raw material, we will inspect the supplier location, supplier goods at his location only, and we will decide whether to choose a supplier or not. Whenever the order comes, we just inform the supplier about the raw material we required, and he will send that. No inspection after getting the orders. Next, and we should have the system. We will be discussing it later stage, this one. What system we should have? Exact supplier must be informed with the quality, quantity, and time of raw material required. So it should be an automatic process. We will discuss it in the next stage, how it will be worked. And suppliers should be able to sell in small lots, because it might not be profitable for the supplier when it is too much of small lot, because traveling cost might be higher than the lot. So he must be able to bear that. If it is a long big lot, he'll be profited with that. So at the same time, if it is small lot also, he should send. And we should shorten the setup time. Setup timing is nothing but time taken to make ready the production, to make ready the machine after completion of one production lot. Means, see, we have produced 100 units in one lot. After production, it took 3 hours. After producing these 100 units, again you have to produce, again if you want to produce with the same machine, you have to rearrange it properly to work. So it might be taking 1 hour. Okay, we have to try to reduce this 1 hour, but it might not be possible, because if it is hours in the current instance, it might not be uh, change it to minutes or seconds in the next instance. So what we should do here, Should we try to produce more lots because it is taking 1 hour time? Should we produce 1,000 units at a time and it will take only 1 hour for 1,000 units? No, we should not do that. What happens if we produce more because we are afraid of setup time? It will be again become the inventory carrying cost, or many defects may arrive, and it will result in production obsolescence. Like outdated products will be product might be outdated before it is selling. So we should not do this. Then we have two problems with this because of this setup time. If we set up in short in huge lots, because of setup time, if we produce in huge lots, there might be a lot of working progress. There will be a work in progress in other instance also. When if we need three machines A, B and C, setup time for A might be different, for B might be different, for C might be different. So if A prepares a product which need to go through B, it will produce 100 units and it will go to B, but B will be still in its setup time only. So all this inventory should be in its go down, again leading to the carrying cost or product obsolescence, all that. So this is a problem. Working progress is a problem. This might be because of different setup times for different machines. And the other problem is defects, because we cannot find the defects until the completion of next stage, until it was put to use in next stage. So these two are the problems with this setup. What we should do for reducing the working progress, what we should do, we should the next see, if A, B and C are three machines, the last machine which is providing the output will send to this its higher machine about the quantity of material it need to provide at what time also it will mention, and quantity of material it has to provide to C at that particular point of time. What B will do, B will issue that Kanban card to A about the quantity of material A should supply to B at certain particular point of time. This will reduce the work in progress. Okay, A will produce only that quantity of goods which is required for B, and B will produce such quantity of goods which will be required by C. Even if setup time is different, we can eliminate the work in progress by using this Kanban card. This is a notification card for higher notification card for upper machine from which it gets the raw material. Okay, downstream machine will send it to the upstream machine. C will send it to the B. And if A is getting its raw material from X and Y, it will issue the Kanban card to both X and Y about the quantity of raw material it will require from them. This is the one way to reduce the work in progress. And we have another problem called defects, because we cannot find the defects until it passes through the next stage. Now what we should do, we should form a small cells where we have a single operator who will have all the who will go through all the machines. He will look after all the machines. These machines will be smaller in size when compared to the earlier ones, so that this operator, single operator, can handle the three machines, and he can look after what is a good product, what is a bad product. If anything quality is not matched, then he will eliminate at that stage only, not going into the next stage. So with this we can eliminate the defects also by grouping the machines into working cells. So by using both the methods, Kanban card and grouping the machines, we can reduce the working progress and defects. And employees must be given enough training to operate such different machines and perform limited maintenance, because previously a single person might be handling single machine, but if he has to operate three machines on him only. Now we have to give enough training for them, and we have to train them to do the minimum repairs without calling the repair person who handle the repair every time. Instead of that, he should be given enough training to operate the and repair the different machines, so that we can reduce the waiting time. Okay, one more concept in just in time is backflush accounting. Why we have to follow this? Because all the day long we will be receiving many orders from many customers, and all that orders should be sent to the supplier for supplying a raw material. So are we going to pay them all the time? Like a single person must be there all the time to record all the invoices, to enter, to make the payment to them. So instead of these multiple payments and multiple transactions recording in a single day, we have arrived at backflush accounting. What we will do here, we will pay on monthly basis. Payment on monthly basis. But how much payment will be there? Because they'll not issue the invoices, or they'll not record any entries here. So how will they will calculate how much to pay? We will take the output must be recorded properly, and we should multiply it with number of units it will take, number of inputs it need per output. Okay, if one single output needs 5 inputs, 1 into 5 into rate per unit of input. Okay, how much cost we have budgeted? It might be the 5. So 25 rupees will be the payment to be made to supplier. How we have arrived? Based on our output. So it is important to note that how much output is has arrived, and how much units are required for each output. We should also consider the wastage, because one input might not be give each and every input might not be giving the output. So we should also consider such wastage also before calculating this payment. So what are the features in the sense, what just in time will try to do? It will try to reduce the material handling cost, because we will be producing and purchasing whenever it is required. So material handling cost will be reduced. And labor idle time, see, we have already discussed in Kanban card. It will downstream machine will give the notification card to upstream machine to produce only such amount of goods required by the downstream machine. So the upstream machine will produce only what required, and it will again need to it will not produce in bulk and sit calm for a long time, and it will try to reduce the defects by machine cells. And customer responsiveness will be very fast, following the just in time, because we will be having the supplier readily giving the products, and it will be delivering to the production floor, and we will continue the product without moving, transportation, or waiting time. Okay, next, prerequisites we have already discussed what we should do in order to implement just in time. So but here, what is meant by prerequisite? It is by default we should have this. Other, if we have this, we can implement the just in time, and we can make the proper supplier or anything. But if we don't have this, it is not possible to follow the just in time. So what are these prerequisites? Low variety of goods. See, to produce a product A, we need, if 20 products, it will not be possible to coordinate all such suppliers and get the product, get the input on time. So it might not be possible for large variety of goods. Vendor reliability. Okay, we should select such supplier who will provide goods on time without delay. So, and we should have a good communication with them. If we do not have, he will take revenge at the time of providing the goods. He will not provide the raw material when we ask them. Okay, demand stability will be there. If the fluctuations are too much of high or too much of low, it is this concept will not work. And total quality management, see, we should have quality of input or quality of output, because if we want 100 units and we have produced 100 only, in that 90 goods are defective free and 10 goods are defective. Again we need to manufacture this. So we cannot do that at that point of time. So we have to maintain the quality properly by using total quality management. Defective free materials should be taken, and preventive maintenance. After we are getting some order, if our machine was a breakdown, then how can we provide the customer with our output at the time required by him? It is not possible. So we have to maintain the machines uh, in a working condition to avoid any such breakdowns. So by following all this, what is the result? We can reduce our waste, overhead cost, and increase the product price, because we are giving the quality products at right time. No, we also have an option to increase the cost. So when coming to the Kaizen cost, this is the first we have discussed only one concept, just in time. When coming to the Kaizen costing. So what is meant by Kaizen costing means we have a small and incremental changes applied regularly over a long period of time, which will give the drastic results after implementing for a long period. So it is a continuous examination and improvement of existing process. How we will improve that with the small and incremental changes routinely applied and sustained over a period of long period results in improvement. See, uh, if we have to study entire subject in 1 week, it will be a tough schedule. But over 1 month, if we keep on studying small concepts daily, at the end of 1 month, we can complete the topic leisurely and effectively. So any of the two ways is fine, but if we don't have the capability to do it in this way, you can adopt this way. So it will also give the best results, but it is only after a long time, sustained period of time. Okay, this is called sustained costing. It is different from and opposite to business process reengineering. Business process reengineering is completely changing the entire concept now itself, but Kaizen costing is slowly implementing and slowly making small changes applied regularly, so that we can achieve the drastic change. So next concept is 5S. So there are 5S. We have abbreviation for all that, and which is required to follow to keep our workplace clean, so that they will be organized and we can find whatever we want easily. So we have what we should do, we have to sort it down. Let me take an example of a study table. See, if we have in a study table all the books clumsily, we cannot find the exact book when we need it, and we thought it might be gone, and we will purchase the book again. It might be happening many times. But what if we have sorted, if there are plenty of books here, 100 books suppose, I think we might be having 100 books for 8 subjects. It is not a big deal. But if we have 100 books, how can a person search 100 books for every time if he want a particular book? So what he should do, he should sort out that based on subjects, FR, SFM. See, here it is a subject as I am talking about study table. But if at all, if it is a files, make it differently, like GST files, TDS files, income tax files, like that. In case of any uh, company, so for company we have to divide based on the files, and we have to keep some different color for each file, like GST yellow, TDS green, red for income tax return, so that we can easily identify from a long distance that this is related to income tax returns. If it is an audit firm, we will have to make the file based on the individual, because we might be having many individuals in our list. So we have to maintain a separate file for individual, and for each individual we have to keep three files like GST, DDS and income tax audit cases. So we have to sort it out based on the major differentiation. So here major differentiation is subjects. So we have to divide all the subjects and we have to arrange it in a proper way. We have to eliminate, remove unnecessary stuff with us, because we might have two books, like outdated, one is old version and one is the new version. We have to remove the old version, it is of no use now. So we have to sort it down and remove the unnecessary items in our workplace, and we have to arrange in an accessible manner. Okay, however it is accessible to you, you can easily find out. See, arranging, like there will be two sides of a book, or one side you can see only the papers, one side you can see the cover notes. On that it will be written the faculty name or the subject name, so that if you keep that on your front side, you can easily find out the book you want whenever it is whenever you want to pick it up, it is easy for you. So we have to arrange the all the necessary items in an accessible manner. Then we have to clean it daily. And we have to maintain the standard process. What does it mean? If we arrange like this, and we are studying here, we are studying FR, take the FR study and make sure you keep back the book after studying FR in the same place. Okay, we have to standardize the process, because again if we keep this and keep here, take this and keep here, and again it will become clumsy. Every week we have to make it clean. So instead of that, do it on regular basis, standardize the process. If you take the FR book, make sure that you keep it back in the FR place only, so that it will not be a big strain for next time. So next, lastly, you should maintain it regularly on continuous basis. Okay, so first what you should do, we should sort out, we should set in order, we should shine, means clean daily, we should standardize the process, and we should sustain. There are also the Japanese words for this, like Siri. This is not Siso. This is Saiton, not Saitan. So Siri, Saiton, Siso, Siketsu, Shitsuke. So all these are the Japanese word for all these five ways. Okay. This what is this for? To maintain the workplace clean and organized. Next is total productive maintenance. There is a total quality management and total productive maintenance. Quality management is for quality products. This is for output. Whereas total productive maintenance is for machinery. In order to avoid the breakdowns or defects, accidents, we have to maintain our production units neatly, like in a working condition. So TPM helps to keep the machinery in working condition, avoid any breakdowns or accidents, and avoid any delay in manufacturing process, because there will not be any breakdowns, there will not be any delay in manufacturing process. So there is a four phases to introduce a TPM, like preparation, introduction, implementation and institutionalizing stage. But here we will be studying only about implementation stage, which is done through 8 activities named as 8 pillars. So why we have to do that? To for zero defects, zero breakdowns and zero accidents. What we should do? Autonomous maintenance means we should operate the equipment so that it will not have any breakdowns in during the production time, and we should plan the maintenance, because we should not be in such a mentality that we will we will only maintain or we will do repairs only after the breakdown. We should do it in a regular intervals in order to avoid any breakdowns during the production time. And focused improvement, so daily we should do some minor improvements, like tightening the bolts or all that on a continuous basis. Early equipment management means, see, if it is if a machine is set up in 1 month, means set up in the sense, if if we are doing repairs for 1 month, make it for 1 week. It will be more effective, so that you will not have any breakdowns in the middle. And quality maintenance, we should maintain the quality to provide the good products without any defects. We should give the proper training and education to the employees, so that they can improve the skills, they will have knowledge to deal with the machines if they have met with any accident or repairs. We need not call any other person immediately after a small repair. They should be able to handle that machine. And we should apply this TPM in administrative purpose also, so that we can have we can improve the productivity and efficiency. See, administrative purpose in the sense, actually we will be using this TPM for maintaining the equipment, production producing units, but we should also apply this in uh, office also. And safe and environmental managers, this is to save the customer, save the worker, to avoid him to get into accidents or health issues, because if there is any poisonous smoke releasing from the units, we should give them masks properly to save their lives. So all that safety measurements also we should follow. And this will improve the performance of a machine. Then how to check whether the machine is operating effectively? So to measure the TPM performance, we have overall equipment effectiveness, OEE it is termed as. And after calculating OEE, if it is more than 85%, then it is a indication that TPM is performing in a good manner. So how to calculate that OEE? OEE is nothing but multiplication of availability, performance and quality. So what is meant by availability? Each one has its own criteria, how much it should be. Availability should be more than 90%, means a, a, a machine should be available for us more than 90%. So how, what does it mean? See, if we are working for 9 hours in a day, and in that 1 hour is for break, planned planned break, means half an hour for lunch, 15 minutes for morning break, 15 minutes for evening break. So total 1 hour is gone. So what is the planned production time? It is 8 hours. Okay, we have planned to produce for 8 hours, but unfortunately if they have worked only for 7 hours because of some idle time, breakdown, accidents, anything. So this is the actual operating time, this is the planned production time, this is the actual operating time. The dividing this planned actual operating time with the planned production time, we will arrive at availability ratio. Means we plan to make the machine available for 8 hours, but it is actually available for 7 hours. So what we have to find out the ratio for that. It should be more than 90%. And when it comes to the performance, a machine should perform good and it should give more than 95%. So why, which affects the performance? Idle time, minor stops, reducing the speed, all these be affected through the performance. Low speed means that it is performing very low, we have to make some changes or we have to replace the machinery. So how to calculate this ratio? See, whatever the time available for us, actual available time, we have to take it in denominator. Operate, it is called operating time. And in numerator, what we should take, the wastage. Means ideal cycle time means what is the time required to do that work. Okay, to do entire process, how much each unit of output require. Means it might be 1 hour, it might be 10 minutes, anything. For each output, how much time it will require is the ideal cycle time into total count, means number of units of output. If we divide it with actual available time, we will get performance ratio. Means can you understand this? See, actual available ratio is this one, but in that actual time we have produced some n units. We should find out how much actually should it take, means ideal cycle time. We have used this time to produce this unit, but in numerator what we should take, how much idle time how much time it should actually taken, how much time it should be actually taken divided by how much time it has taken into 100. It will give the performance whether it is good or not. If it is more than 95%, it is performing good. And the quality is nothing but how much the quality of goods are produced and how much defect goods are produced. We have to find the ratio. So good count divided by total count. See, if we have produced 100 units and in that 80 units are good, 90 units are good, then 90 by 100 into 100 means 90% is the quality ratio. But how much it should be 99% means for every 100 units, 99 should be good units. They can have only one bad defective unit. So it is not performing good. In that way, we have to calculate each ratio and we have to multiply 3 of them to get the overall equipment efficiency. If it is more than 85%, then it is said that TPM is performing good. Next, cellular manufacturing. See, have already discussed earlier in the same chapter about the cells. Rather than having a big manufacturing system, we will have small cluster of cells. In that we have all the equipments, but in small size. They can do the entire process within them. It is U-shaped generally to avoid the unnecessary movement of goods. It is designed in U-shape and all the machines will be there here. One single operator will be there who will look after all the machines so that he will be able to find out the defect products came out of each step, and he will check whether it is proper or not. This is used to avoid the waste, like unnecessary movement of goods, or reduces the time and all that. So how to arrange this will be the main criteria. This is the in rank order clustering algorithm. Using this, we will create a cell, we will arrange that cell. So we will arrange this, we will get to know how to create such cell in the question. It is more of practical question than the theory one, so it is good to explain there itself. So I have avoided the theory content of that rank order clustering algorithm. Next, Six Sigma. Don't confuse between TQM and Six Sigma. See, every scheme in the SCMPE is to provide the quality products to the customers and reduce the cost and defects. So, but what is the major difference between the TQM and Six Sigma? TQM tries to provide the good quality, and Six Sigma tries to reduce the defects. It focuses on defects, it focuses on quality. That's the main difference. So quality improvement, it's a quality improvement technique to achieve zero defects. that affect customer satisfaction. Okay, what does this sigma mean? It is a percentage of defects. According to some sources, 6 sigma means defects should be 3.4 per million. If we produce 1 million of goods, in that only 3.4 can be defective goods. Rest of all should be uh, qualitative goods. So we can achieve the 6 sigma, we can implement the same with the help of two methods. One is DMA-IC and the other is DMA-DV. DMA-IC is used if we want to apply 6 sigma for existing business or existing process. DMA-DV is used to develop new process. Means if we want to apply 6 sigma for a new business, we have to adopt this. Okay, DMA-DV. So when coming to DMA-IC, as a business already exists and we have some defects here, we are following the 6 sigma. So first we should define the problem. What is the major problem facing in the current situation, and we should measure the current performance. Next, we have to find out the root cause for the problem, and we have to improve a process to eliminate this root cause. Next, we should control, means we should maintain the improve the process. All this will be DMA-IC. We have to define the problem, measure the current performance, analyze the root cause, and improve the process by eliminating the root cause. Control in the sense we have to maintain the improved process effectively. Next, DMA-DV for new process, new business, new product. So as we do not have any business in the current situation, we have to find our goal. What is our goal and what is the customer need? We have to find out this, and we have to analyze the options available for us in order to reach our goal along with satisfying customer needs. We have to find the options. Next, we have to design a process that meets the customer needs and verify the design performance. And when coming to the limitations, what are the flaws here? We will have more focus on quality, but why it is a flaw here? Sometimes it requires a substantial infrastructure investment. See, by investing 10 lakh rupees, we are unable to achieve 95% of good products. Means only 5% are defective, but if we want to make it 99%, no, so we have incurred another 5 lakhs and achieved 99%. Means how much defect got reduced? 4%. But how much we have incurred extra 5 lakhs? This is not economical, no. To for 95% we have invested only 10 lakhs. For 99% we have to invest 15 lakhs. Sometimes it is not worthy, so it requires a substantial investment, and it might not be that required for that product, and it will not work for intangible results, because we are calculating the 3.4 per million. How can we calculate it for intangible assets? We cannot do that. So it is not required for intangible, not suitable for intangible results. All the above are to reduce the waste. We have two more concepts, short and sweet. Business process reengineering. Business process reengineering we might be studying from a very long time since our childhood. What is it? It is to get the dramatic change, drastic change in the current process. By fundamental rethinking means redesigning the entire process, we have to achieve the drastic change in the output. So output might be in cost, quality, service, and speed, anything, but the change should be drastic. It is different from Kaizen costing. There are changes in the small. We are applying small and incremental changes regularly, and getting the small changes eventually. later on it turned out into substantial change. But here the process itself is a new one. It is a complete change of the existing process. See, we are applying this for existing process, means for existing business we will apply the business process re-engineering if the current process does not work well. But if it is a case of new process, we will apply process innovation, means that drastic improvement, drastic methods or challenges, great design we will take in production deliveries to support system for a new process. It is called as process innovation. You can see these notes, handwritten notes in my Telegram channel given in the below link. So, uh, next in the next video, I'm going to discuss the questions related to this topic. Okay.